I think that this is the most interesting time that has ever happened throughout all of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's history. For those of you who maybe have been living under a rock and don't know, mkleo has been the #1 player at Super Smash Bros. Ultimate since the game has been created. He has been just an incredible pillar of consistency and godlike gameplay. Pretty much guaranteed to make grand finals at every single tournament he's been to over the last 4 years. It is just something absolutely incredible. But for the first time ever, this is looking like it might be changing. And there seems to be a potential passing of the crown or a split of who's the best player in Super Smash Bros. Between potentially mkleo still himself, Tweek, Spargo, and in my opinion, Acola as well, a Japanese player. And I'm not just speculating here, I have the numbers to back it up and they're very interesting, so let me show you. This is a list of all of mkleo's major tournament results. Here he is coming first at the very first tournament for Smash Bros. Ultimate he ever entered. As you can see, first, second. Then he has this bit of an off period, but if you look at the characters, this was actually when he transitioned into picking up Joker. Then, when he kind of got Joker down, look at this. It's absolutely unbelievable. Only in grand finals for the rest of 2019. Then this here is the online era, which doesn't really count, so we'll skip over that. Online Smash Bros. Is just something that's kind of disgusting. Then, bam, first, second, and if he period at the start of 2022, we are already now at, before he stops making a grand finals appearance once again. Then bam, back to consistent first and second places. And then we arrive at now. August 2022, he doesn't even make top 4 at a tournament for the first time since, let's have a look here, since 2019, where he was picking up Joker for the first time, which is absolutely crazy. It doesn't seem like a big deal, like, oh yeah, he's come 6th once at a game that isn't very consistent. But for mkleo, this is kind of crazy. Then he comes first again, then bam, 9th, 12th place finish, first, and then bam, 6th again, bam, 4th. And he hasn't won a tournament now for coming up to 3 months. And this is mainly due to 2 players, Spargo and Tweek, who at the last 3 major tournaments have been the 2 facing off in grand finals each time. Spargo won the last 2 tournaments, and then Tweek won the most recent Ultimate Major at Let's Make Big Moves. So people were speculating, for very good reason, that mkleo might not be the best Smash Bros. Player anymore, and he might be passing off his crown to either Spargo, who is also from Mexico, a young player coming up, who mkleo has actually been playing a lot with and training, or Tweek, who is an American player who has been a top player at Smash Bros. For a very long time now. And the interesting thing is that you can see it not only in his gameplay, but his desire to like win and be focused at tournaments. mkleo has always been a very stoic player, not many facial expressions, like always focused on the game. He would literally win a major tournament and just like, he would just kind of stand up and chill like, yeah, I've done this before. If he was ever in tough situations, maybe he would have a little shake of the head or something, but nothing crazy. But recently, he has been like laughing and enjoying himself, which sounds bad to say, like I'm saying that this is a bad thing. Apparently, this has been news going around that maybe at some of these tournaments, he has been doing a bit of gardening, clearing out the weeds that are outside the venue, if you know what I mean. And that's why he's like laughing so much and enjoying himself. But it doesn't look like he's as focused and as serious when he's playing, because he'll be losing matches and having a laugh every time he loses a stock. So it's very weird. It's very interesting. He's always been a very stoic player, and I wonder what this change has all been about. Maybe he's just enjoying his life a lot more, not taking Smash Bros. As seriously, wants to just enjoy himself, which is fine, but clearly it's affecting his Smash Bros results, which is very, very interesting. Now, let's be very clear. Nobody is surpassing mkleo's GOAT status anytime soon. If we look at Tweek's results, yeah, sure, he came first at Let's Make Big Moves. He came second, first. Incredible results, showing that he might be the current #1 Smash Bros player. But if you start to scroll down a bit more, obviously the results don't lie. Like, he hasn't been considered the #1 Smash Bros player for very long. Now, Spargo's results are looking a bit different. They're looking a lot nicer, not gonna lie. So if the crown is gonna get passed to anyone, I would say it would have to be Spargo. But I mentioned at the start of the video that there's a fourth person in this situation, and it's me. I'm the best. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna take... No, I'm kidding. It's Acola, a young Japanese player. How old is he? He's 16. And if you look at these results, this was his first ever offline Smash Bros tournament in 2022. Second, then he's first, second, first, fourth, first. One tournament where he didn't make top 8, and then back to some first again. This guy is absolutely crazy, but he doesn't have that much American experience. The few American tournaments he has entered were this one, and this one. So he only won one of the 3. So we don't know yet if he could just come from Japan and be the best Smash Bros player, which would be classic. Smash Bros obviously was created by Nintendo, a Japanese company. So if a Japanese player would be the best at that game, that would make a lot of sense. So how is this going to be decided? It's split 4 ways in my opinion. The crown is slipping off mkleo's head, and there's 4 people grasping for it, one of them being mkleo himself. And I think a huge decider for this is gonna be Genesis 9, which is a major Super Smash Bros. Ultimate tournament that all 4 of these players are going to be at. I would say that this tournament is one of the most, if not the most prestigious tournament. There's always a massive crowd for this tournament, bigger than I've ever seen at any other tournaments. There's just so much hype around Genesis every year. Genesis 1 was back in the Melee days, where it was a battle between Mango and Amada for who's going to be the best Smash Bros. Melee player in the entire world. And now, I think in Smash Bros. Ultimate, it's going to be a battle this year for who is potentially the #1 Smash Ultimate player, and will mkleo keep his crown or not? Okay, so I don't actually know the stats behind this, so I just wanted to see. So mkleo won Genesis 4. mkleo then won Genesis 5. He came first at Genesis 6 in Smash Bros. Ultimate. Oh, that's right. He came second at Genesis 7, but then back again first at Genesis 8. And then now up and coming is Genesis 9. So yeah, Genesis has been the tournament where mkleo has traditionally shown his dominance as the #1 player in the world. And yeah, I am just so excited for Genesis to happen and it be an absolute clash between titans. And I'm interested what you guys have to say about this in the comments section. Please let me know if you think mkleo is still the #1 player even if he doesn't win this, or is he not the best anymore? And is it going to be Tweek or Spargo or Acola who's the new #1, and why? Why is this happening? Why is mkleo smiling and laughing every time he loses? Do you think he's going to be more serious at Genesis? Because he made this tweet after coming 4th place at the last major tournament. Just a matter of time. I come back at the top. Enjoy while I catch on, which obviously indicates that he still wants to be #1 and try very hard. So I think we're going to see an extremely serious mkleo at Genesis 9. And also, can anyone please help me? Zoink, I hate to admit it, guys. Zoink, who has been with me for the longest time, he's in a bad way right now. I kind of left him over Christmas, New Year's, and in Australia it's summer and it was very hot. And clearly he's in a bad way. Is it too late? He's losing limbs. He's losing family members left and right. I need help, please.